Hello and welcome back to Helldivers 2 Loadout Roulette. Today's build is the SMG-32 Reprimand, Stim Pistol, and the Impacts. I keep getting the Impacts for some reason. I'd like to get gas grenades for once, but whatever. Our armor is the IE-57 Hellbent, which is the Superstore version of the armor from our latest war bond. The Servants of Freedom, so integrated explosives. That's really all it is. The helmet's also from the set. It's the best thing that matches. Cape Freya Liberum from Servants of Freedom. And we will be going against the Illuminate. And I will see you there. The time it took to get this mission is absurd. Kept getting into missions about to end, or literally people at extract. But our stratagems are the Eagle Airstrike, Eagle 110mm rocket pods, the sterilizer, and mortar sentry. Not big on the sterilizer, but I think the flamethrower works, so I'm thinking the sterilizer should probably do the same. I can't imagine it'll magically not work. I did see a really good point made that the Reprimand seems to have a really weird, like, shot spread. Not today. Oh, just gassed the homie on accident. I mean, that works. Am I, like, super eager on how that worked? No. But it works.
Requesting sentry. Enemy elite, west, 50 meters.
Two of the guys on this team are running the sickle double edge.
Orbital inbound.
I think only one's actually wearing heat resist armor, which is an interesting decision to be made. Also, this is gonna be worded weirdly. But is anybody else's character always black? Like, the thing is, that's fine, but look at my neck. I'm apparently a man with black arms and white neck. So I'm like, is that supposed to happen? I thought your Helldiver was entirely random on every spawn? And it's any armor that shows arms, so I'm beginning to wonder if Arrowhead broke how that works again. I also saw people talking about the Reprimand. And they made a good point that I didn't think about. If you fire this at decent range, it has completely unpredictable spread. Like, you 100% cannot predict its deviation. And I thought about that because I was like, yeah, that I've tried to use this thing at range, and it's awful. I guess it's their attempt to make it a medium-range SMG, but it's really annoying to have a entirely 100% inconsistent spread. If I know it goes a certain direction, that's fine. I'm cool with that. I'd just rather have that than the game just be like, yeah, we don't know where the shots are going. God, using a mortar here is terrifying, but I need to at least use it once, give it its fair shake, and I can say with 100% certainty it's horrible. There's probably a situation that it actually works phenomenally. But in this loadout, no.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
I think if you had,
Have a taste of democracy.
I don't know, probably the guard dog.
Sentry.
If you could have that keeping enemies off of you at close range, then it wouldn't be an issue, because then you're not as concerned about having an accidental mortar just ding you in the face. Hey, I got it.
Requesting air support. Sending in an eagle.
Liberty dispensed.
Heavy east. 100 meters.
Noticed a lot of people starting to actually thank for getting healed. It's nice. Thank your healers. This game doesn't reward us with anything.
Calling down a sentry.
Which is actually something I was talking with a friend about, because we were going over all the reveals for, what is it? The weapon modding. And we were going back and forth on it, like, yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. On one hand, it's great being able to fix up some of these guns that aren't really performing too well off rip. That said, there's the matter of how are we getting attachments?
Requesting objective equipment.
Oh, that was cool. That was, I guess, his turret? I wish it told you how you died specifically. Because dying... Where I died, I feel like was a little suspect.
Package acquired. Drop in package.
I feel like I probably shouldn't have gotten got by a turret.
Requesting air support. Calling in reinforcements. Package acquired. Dropping package.
Because that would have been a line, like... That would have been a real crazy line up there. Okay, we're not grabbing your samples. Whatever. Yeah. The attachment system, we were going back and forth, because we said, okay, is it just going to be more samples? Because, does that work? Yes. Is it a little... I'd almost say overdone at this point, where everything just needs the same samples? Kinda, but you gotta keep providing a use for them. So what else do you do? So we're going back and forth and said, okay, well, is it going to be per weapon? Like, there's a red dot sight, there's a reflex, there's, you know, your standard attachments. It's not at all completed. The stuff I saw and we managed to find was nowhere near ready. At least in terms of amount of stuff, and then the UI was non-existent, so. We're sitting there talking about it, and it's like, okay, if you do per weapon, how much is it going to cost? Is it, because if it's, you just unlock it once and it's good to go, that can be run through pretty fast. So it's a iffy situation depending on how this is done. But there's potential. We had said too, what if it's an XP system? And I kind of went back and forth and I was like, I don't think it would be an XP system simply because there's no other system for XP in this game and people would farm it. Unless you do like your account level XP and it just applies to each gun. But that still feels a little, not even a little, it feels really clunky.
Reinforcing.
Damn. Curse of trying to get these darts is they don't hit when you need them to most of the time. But so, just going back and forth over this, I'm curious, because what if it's metals? Metals need more uses, but metals naturally gain use every 6 weeks or so with a war bond.
How'd you like the taste of freedom? Sending in an eagle.
Outpost destroyed.
Oh, we have a second tripod that is now gone. But I'm really curious how this whole system will work, because I think it'll be good. I know it'll be good for the game, as long as Arrowhead doesn't get nerf happy. That's genuinely my biggest concern, is them deciding to just turn around and go, oh, this is too good now because people like using it, therefore we need to change it. Yeah, that one guy really, J2, he really needs to grab the heat resist armor.
Calling down a
I'm gonna be so pissed if Arrowhead decides to change how that works.
Damning you.
They already changed the synergy with the ultimatum, and I'm still mad about that. Giving people builds is not a bad thing.
Heavy. East. Close. Requesting air support.
Hey, that actually worked.
Requesting advanced weaponry. Orbital inbound.
Honestly, this build's not half bad. The explosion, I mean, if I actually died to melee enemies, would probably be useful, but that's been my big complaint with this armor type, or this perk type anyways. It's too niche. It's not really worth it in my eyes. Yeah, it's cool for the roleplay, but for practicality's sake, it's like, oh, you have light armor. So would you like Siege Ready, where you get more ammo? Or explode when you die? It's like, I'd rather not die. So I'd like more ammo, please. or even some damage resist, or just something, anything more than just, yeah, here's a neat on-death effect. The reprimand, yeah, it's the reprimand. My only complaint, like I said, bullet dispersion further out gets really wonky. Stim pistol, I will never complain about the stim pistol. It's great. I love it. And then, yeah, impacts are impacts. They're the universal grenade more than actual frag grenades. I think it might be too much, but I would say I think frag grenades need a buff from 5 to 6. I know that's actually a pretty big buff to them, but for the damage, and I think they're medium armor pierce, they might be heavy, but just in general for what they offer, I think they get overshadowed by a lot of other weapons. So something to kind of make the basic tier still at least appealing. It doesn't have to make them the top meta weapon, but just something where people can go, okay, yeah, I understand using these. It's not like throwing knives. Throwing knives, there will never be a time where I use throwing knives willingly. I don't care how swaggy they are, whether I want my Black Ops 1 drip going or not. It's still just throwing knives. Wow. And I can't complain about Eagle Airstrikes, I just complain about this biome. Every time, man. Without fail, every time. This biome is just like, yeah, enjoy watching your airstrikes get eaten by trees. Oh, you are stupid, aren't you? I hate when people tag the extract with orbital napalm. We're lucky the AI is for some reason really dumb and just ignoring us and going in.
Not today! Quit! Last reload!
Yeah, Sterilizer's doing pretty good, if we're being honest with ourselves. What's funny is I think it's less useful against the voteless. I think it really shows its value against the actual, like, enlightened. Because being able to break their focus and make them just start swinging wildly is so valuable compared to a bunch of dumb zombies.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates. Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing. Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds.
But that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button, it helps out the channel a lot, and if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.